Have you ever considered whether your frequent navigation through digital environments may be more than just a routine activity? Could it be a form of retreat? Please consider the following. Technology frequently functions as a mirror, demonstrating how we gravitate towards screens to circumvent confronting more profound, personal issues. It may be worth considering that the mental breakdown you fear could in fact be your most profound breakthrough. The first reason that a mental breakdown is beneficial is that technology, which is a constant presence in our lives, has evolved from a tool of convenience to a vehicle of escape. It provides an alluring avenue of escape from the discomfort of personal anxieties or unresolved emotional disturbances. Each notification from your mobile device is an enticement, encouraging you to divert your attention from the essential tasks of addressing your underlying concerns. This ongoing avoidance does not facilitate healing, rather, it delays the inevitable confrontation with oneself, resulting in the accumulation of emotional distress for future resolution. Furthermore, the type of content consumed frequently exacerbates the issue. As with junk food, the trivial digital content you consume daily, including endless news cycles, social media feeds, and viral videos, provides a momentary pleasure that is quickly followed by long-lasting regret. The information is readily accessible and appealing, yet ultimately leaves the individual lacking in intellectual stimulation and emotional fulfillment. The gratification derived from surface-level engagement often results in a sense of mental bloating, where one feels a sense of fullness yet derives no real nourishment. This diet of junk thoughts is detrimental to one's well-being. It creates a cluttered environment for the mind, preventing the possibility of meaningful reflection and intellectual advancement. Similarly, a diet high in processed foods can lead to physical health issues. A diet lacking in substantial content can also have a negative impact on cognitive performance. Without the stimulation of thoughtful analysis or creative challenges, the brain begins to atrophy in certain capacities. As a result, you become less able to engage in critical thinking, more prone to passive consumption, and your conversations may begin to reflect this shallowness, which could affect your relationships and professional life. Moreover, the consistent avoidance of introspective analysis and reliance on digital diversions can precipitate a crisis of identity. Without the necessary quiet to develop self-awareness, individuals may lose touch with their own values and desires. Your sense of identity is shaped not by your core values and beliefs, but by the ephemeral opinions and fluctuating standards of the online world. This disconnection from self is not merely a philosophical loss, it has tangible implications for professional performance. This lack of purpose, wavering conviction, and pervasive sense of dissatisfaction can be observed in everyday life. In the long run, this avoidance and superficial engagement have a negative impact on mental health. Failure to address unresolved personal issues and unmet emotional needs can result in adverse psychological consequences. These are not abrupt failures, but rather the culmination of prolonged deterioration caused by the neglect of the mind's fundamental requirements. It is a stark reminder that the mind, like the body, requires care, nourishment, and exercise to remain healthy and functional. What is the solution to this dilemma? The solution is to adopt an intentional approach to living and to engage with consumption in a conscious manner. It is important to choose how you engage with technology in a way that adds value to your life, without becoming reliant on it as a crutch for avoidance. It is important to cultivate habits that promote mental fitness. This can be achieved by reading books that challenge the reader, engaging in discussions that stimulate the mind, and taking time for silent reflection to reconnect with one's deeper self. This mindful approach is not without its challenges. It necessitates discipline and awareness, but it is vital for personal well-being in today's increasingly distracted world. Take up this challenge and you will discover that beyond the noise, there is a clarity that will reveal the true contours of your identity and purpose. A second consequence of excessive digital engagement is the loss of personal authenticity. As a result of this disconnect, individuals may find themselves drifting from their genuine emotions and desires, leading to a peripheral existence where they orbit around the essence of who they are without ever landing. This lack of authenticity not only negatively impacts one's sense of self but also undermines interpersonal relationships and decision-making abilities. Lacking a clear understanding of your emotional and existential direction is akin to attempting to navigate a ship without a compass. In this state of being adrift, you are susceptible to the influence of external factors and fleeting trends, which can result in decisions that are not aligned with your deeper values and long-term happiness. Furthermore, it is important to note the significant impact this has on mental health. The human mind is not optimized for constant, superficial engagement. Just as the body requires nourishment to function at its best, the mind needs meaningful, reflective interactions to flourish. When personal issues are consistently ignored or masked by superficial engagements, it can lead to psychological breakdowns. It should be noted that these breakdowns are not always dramatic or immediate. Such issues often manifest in subtle ways, such as increased anxiety, persistent dissatisfaction, or a pervasive sense of hopelessness. If left unaddressed, these symptoms can intensify over time, potentially leading to more severe mental health SES. While each swipe, click, and like may appear to be a minor action, collectively, they can create a barrier to deeper self-connection. In this digital age, there is a paradoxical phenomenon. While individuals are more connected than ever to the world, they are increasingly disconnected from themselves. This disconnect is not merely psychological, it is also existential, resulting in the loss of the layers of meaning that are essential for a fulfilling life. To address this issue, it is essential to incorporate moments of stillness and reflection into your daily routine. It is essential to recognize the need to disengage from the autopilot mode that technology so easily enables and reclaim control of the steering wheel of your life. The first step is to establish clear boundaries regarding the use of digital devices. It is advisable to designate periods during which technology is not used, particularly during periods meant for relaxation and reflection. Engage in activities that foster deep thought and genuine emotional connection, such as reading books, practicing meditation, or simply spending quality time in nature or with loved ones. These practices assist in reestablishing a sense of physical and mental stability, helping to prevent the potential pitfalls of excessive digital engagement and fostering a more fulfilling, reflective lifestyle. The return to your authentic self is a challenging but crucial undertaking. It requires courage to address the complexities of your emotions and desires directly, without the influence of a digital interface. It is important to remember that each step taken in this quest for authenticity not only affects the quality of your life, but also serves to reaffirm your existence as a deeply feeling and profoundly thoughtful human being. Take up this challenge and allow it to transform not just your mental health, but your entire being. Ensure that you live not as a shadow of yourself, lost in the digital ether, but as a fully real person in a vividly experienced world. A third reason for the necessity of a psychological break is the profound opportunity for rebirth it presents. Sometimes it is only through a comprehensive restructuring of our current selves that we can eliminate the inauthentic elements we have accumulated and realign with our most authentic identities. This breakdown is not merely a collapse, it is a crucial dismantling, a necessary chaos, that invites a deeper order to emerge from the ruins of our former selves. Consider, for instance, the metaphor of the closet, which is often used to store items that accumulate over time, eventually becoming cluttered and difficult to access. Just as a closet must be periodically emptied and reorganized to serve its purpose effectively, so too must you periodically clear out the psychological clutter that obscures your true essence. The act of coming out of various closets, whether emotional, professional, or personal, is not merely an act of opening a door. It is a deliberate process of confronting what has been hidden away, including outdated beliefs, former traumas, suppressed desires, and masks that have been worn for an extended period of time. This process of psychological and emotional disclosure can present significant challenges. It is often perceived as more secure to remain within the confines of what is known, even if it is limiting or inaccurate. Nevertheless, the discomfort of stepping out is a testament to its necessity. The metaphorical closets that individuals hide in are often constructed by societal expectations, cultural norms, or familial pressures. These closets can become so familiar that living openly feels daunting. However, the liberation that comes from dismantling these confines is transformative, allowing you to live more authentically and in alignment with your true desires and values. The breakdown then serves as a critical turning point, an intense moment of clarity where the structures supporting the FA-LSE selves are seen for what they are: fragile and constraining. In this environment where everything seems to be in a state of flux, there is an opportunity for significant introspection. This is an opportunity to consider your true identity when all external factors are removed. What aspects of your identity have been overlooked or suppressed? What aspirations have been set aside due to perceived unfeasibility or unattainability? To achieve this breakthrough from the breakdown, it is essential to confront these issues with courage and sincerity. It is important to recognize that the discomfort of remaining in a state of inaction was more challenging than the risk involved in taking action, as Anais Nin perceptively observed. This process, while challenging, leads to a new phase of growth and expansion, where you can fully realize your potential and operate in a more authentic manner. Moreover, as you emerge from this transformative process, your journey will have a positive impact on others. It serves as an inspiration for those who are hesitant to confront their own insecurities, showcasing the empowering potential of authenticity. Your example encourages others to re-examine their own reluctance to embrace new opportunities and to consider the potential benefits of doing so. Therefore, a psychological break or breakdown should not be viewed as a definitive endpoint, but rather as a pivotal starting point. It signals the commencement of a more profound inquiry into your psyche, an excavation of the authentic self that has been obscured by societal influences and personal apprehensions. Embrace this process, as it promises not just recovery, but also the discovery of a more genuine and free self. While this journey is not without challenges, it paves the way toward a life lived with genuine freedom and fulfillment. Each difficult step is worthwhile in the pursuit of this goal. The fourth reason you must embark on the challenging journey of exploring your psyche, which I refer to as the Black Forest, is that this process is essential to reaching a state of inner truth and authenticity. This forest is not simply a collection of trees, it is a metaphorical domain encompassing the shadows and more obscure aspects of the psyche. In this environment, there is a pervasive sense of unspoken truths, where repressed emotions and unarticulated narratives reside in the shadows, awaiting acknowledgement and integration into the larger tapestry of one's being. Embracing this process requires a willingness to confront challenging situations and a capacity to persevere through difficulties. The route is seldom straightforward and frequently obscured by the undergrowth of past traumas and fears. As you proceed, you may encounter obstacles in the form of past grievances and painful memories, which could challenge your resolve. However, it is within this challenging environment that significant transformation can be achieved. It is essential to approach these challenging situations not as a conqueror, but as a sage seeker of wisdom, willing to listen to the insights that may emerge from less explored avenues. It is crucial to acknowledge and integrate your shadow aspects. In psychological terms, the shadow represents those aspects of ourselves that we choose to suppress or ignore. These are qualities and impulses that do not align with our idealized self-image. It is important to note that these rejected parts hold significant influence over our psychological makeup. Bringing these elements into conscious awareness not only disarms them of their destructive potential but also reclaims the energy that was previously bound in suppression. Integrating your shadow may entail confronting feelings such as anger, jealousy, or insecurity, which are often perceived as negative but are nevertheless universal human emotions. This integration process is comparable to the act of gathering scattered pieces of a puzzle. Each piece, regardless of its perceived negative qualities, is essential for completing the overall picture. As you gradually accept these aspects, you will see a transformation in your inner landscape. The previously impenetrable environment begins to show signs of improvement, with clearer pathways and indications of new growth. What was once a source of concern and avoidance becomes a source of strength and insight. It becomes clear that every aspect of your psyche is valuable, and that denying any part of it is denying a part of your whole self. Moreover, as the shadow aspects are integrated, the external relationships also undergo a transformation. You become more genuine and complete, no longer projecting your repressed qualities onto others or the external environment. This authenticity facilitates the formation of stronger connections and a greater sense of inner peace with oneself and one's life path. It is therefore recommended that the journey through the Black Forest be accepted and welcomed. It is a process that facilitates deeper self-awareness and emotional freedom. The path requires that you confront your fears, challenge your preconceptions, and embrace your entire being with compassion and grace. Therefore, it is recommended that you proceed with courage and determination. Have confidence in the necessity of this journey. Each step into the shadows will bring you closer to a brighter, more authentic self. It is important to remember that the objective is not simply to find light at the end of the tunnel, but to find light within the tunnel itself. Each shadow you illuminate and each suppressed emotion you integrate will result in a brighter, more positive inner world, which will in turn lead you closer to achieving inner peace and a sense of wholeness. The fifth reason for undertaking an introspective journey is to embrace your authentic self, which may have been obscured by years of societal expectations, cultural impositions, and personal denials. This process of realignment with one's true desires is not merely an exercise in self-discovery. It is about liberating yourself from the external pressures that have influenced your decisions, even if you were not aware of them. Please consider the following. How frequently have you found yourself pursuing objectives or living in a manner that is more aligned with societal norms or familial expectations than with your genuine passions and interests? Perhaps you have pursued a career that offers the security of a predictable income stream, or maybe you have adopted lifestyle choices that align with those of your colleagues, rather than exploring what genuinely makes you feel fulfilled. To align with your true desires, you must first identify and question the external influences that may be impeding your progress. By doing so, you can reach a deeper understanding of your genuine self. This exploration is not a passive process. It requires active engagement and honest questioning. What activities or interests align with your personal values and inspire you? Please indicate the times of day when you feel most at peace or most alive. These questions may result in the rediscovery of previously suppressed interests, or the emergence of new passions. The responses will not be immediate, but will emerge gradually over time through a process of trial and exploration. It may be the case that what you previously enjoyed is no longer beneficial to you. Alternatively, you may identify new interests that inspire a renewed sense of enthusiasm. Once these genuine aspirations have been identified, the subsequent step is to accept them through creative and emotional liberation. This can manifest in a number of ways, depending on your specific interests and circumstances. If you find that you derive significant benefit from creative pursuits, consider how you might incorporate more of them into your daily routine. This may entail setting aside a portion of each day to engage in creative pursuits such as painting, writing, or composing music, even if only for a brief period. For some, this may entail a more substantial shift, such as a career transition that better aligns with personal values and interests, or the adoption of a lifestyle that reflects a dedication to personal well-being and happiness. Furthermore, embracing your authentic self entails allowing yourself to express emotions and desires that you may have previously suppressed. This emotional honesty not only facilitates personal growth but also strengthens relationships. It enables others to connect with the authentic self, rather than a mere facade. Maintaining this level of authenticity can be challenging, particularly if it differs from the expectations of those in your professional sphere. However, it is essential for long-term satisfaction and tranquility. In practical terms, it is advisable to start with relatively minor changes. Make changes in a step-by-step manner, taking on tasks that are both achievable and meaningful. Each step taken towards aligning one's life with one's true desires serves to reinforce one's commitment to one's authentic self. It is important to recognize and celebrate these moments of courage, as each represents a significant step forward in overcoming the inertia of an unexamined life. Embracing your authentic self is, in essence, a journey back to your true identity, which may have been obscured by external influences and societal expectations. It is a path of profound self-reclamation and empowerment. It is important to remember that each step taken on this path not only benefits the individual but also sets an example for others, demonstrating that living authentically is not only possible but also has a positive impact on those around you. Embrace this journey with courage and openness, as doing so allows you to live a life aligned with your core values and aspirations. As we conclude our examination of self-discovery, it is important to note that the path to truly understanding and embracing your inner truths is both challenging and profoundly transformative. You are at a crossroads where each step into the realm of self-awareness illuminates previously obscured aspects of your being, enabling you to integrate them into a more comprehensive whole. This process is not merely about uncovering hidden truths, it is also about reconstructing your identity in a way that aligns more authentically with your core values and desires. To begin the process of achieving greater authenticity, it is essential to deliberately limit the constant digital and social distractions that consume your daily life. It is recommended that you begin by creating spaces where you can be alone and reflect. This may entail turning off your smartphone for a few hours each day, stepping away from the unending chatter of social media, or simply sitting with your thoughts without any distractions. These moments of quiet are your opportunity to recharge and reconnect with your inner self, allowing you to hear the most subtle whispers of your soul and gain deeper clarity and peace. Be prepared for the difficulties that will undoubtedly arise along the way, as they are an integral part of the transformation process. Each challenge you face serves to both test and strengthen your resolve, as well as provide greater insight into your personal identity. Facing your inner self is a crucial step in personal growth. It allows you to eliminate the unnecessary and retain a sense of purpose. I encourage you to take the initiative and embark on this journey. Engage in a thorough introspective process, pose challenging questions, and be open to insights that emerge from within. As you do, please share your experiences of both challenge and success. Your narrative can serve as a guiding light for others navigating the challenging terrain of self-discovery. Your experiences, which are replete with valuable lessons and insights, are not solely for your own benefit, but also contribute to the collective human experience. It is important to remember that the pursuit of true happiness is a journey that begins with a single step inward. Embrace each step, each challenge, for they are the foundation of a life lived fully and fearlessly. I encourage you to proceed with courage, as your journey is both significant and crucial. You are not alone in this endeavor.